Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I love doing videos like what I'm doing today. I'm going to be sampling 4 fragrances that were sent to me by one of my subscribers, Jared. Thank you, Jared. First of all, I always appreciate when you guys send me something. It is something that is not lost on me. The generosity of you guys, the community, my subscribers, people that have followed me since day one. I'm just blown away by every time, and I'm so appreciative of that. The 4 fragrances that Jared sent me, he described as being budget-friendly, masculine, mature, high quality, and all relatively unique. So I'm excited to try these. Full disclosure, I haven't heard anything on any of them. Now, I've heard of some of the houses. I actually own a fragrance from a couple of the houses. In terms of these specific fragrances, nada. What I'm going to do, obviously, 4 of them, I don't have enough real estate. I'm going to get them on a test strip and test them that way. So, yeah, again, love doing videos like this. They're not always the most viewed videos because they're first impressions. Some people like those, some people don't. I personally like first impressions videos. So it's something I like making as well. So let's jump right into it. The first fragrance that we're going to look at is called Cuir De Nuit. So Cuir De Nuit. So I apologize if I'm butchering the pronunciation. So obviously the house is Yves Rocher. Yeah, Yves Rocher. So let's get this on a strip and see what we pick up. And maybe at the end, I'll determine which one is my favorite of the 4. But obviously you can't go wrong when you're dealing with an inexpensive, budget-friendly fragrance that is unique. Those are kind of the gems. So let's get this on a strip. These are all nicely labeled samples, which I appreciate. Okay. Excuse me. In the air, very vanilla, ambery type of fragrance. A little bit powdery. Yeah, I like this. Okay. I'm going to take a look at the notes too, just while I'm smelling it. But right now I'm picking up a lot of vanilla and amber. It's warm. It's a little spicy. This is definitely probably more geared towards the cooler months, but I really enjoy it. So the notes I'm seeing here are Tahitian vanilla, cacao, pink pepper, and coffee. So the coffee is probably where I'm getting that powderiness. It depends on the fragrance, but sometimes coffee for me personally comes across powdery as opposed to like a roasted coffee. But I like it. Smells really nice. And the quality here is really good too. I'm going to link all these fragrances, assuming they're available, in the description down below. But like I said, he said all are relatively inexpensive with the exception of one of them is around the $100 mark, but the rest can be had for less. Very nice. Creamy vanilla. And ambery. I mean, this is kind of a classic combination you can't go wrong with. And I will say, there is something that is adding a masculine touch here. I don't necessarily know if it's any of the notes listed. Obviously, pink pepper is a pretty generic note. But maybe like an underlying oak moss or something. There is something there that is adding a little bit of edge, a little bit of animalic masculinity to it, which I love. Because that is unique for a vanilla fragrance. So makes sense. That ties in with him describing these as unique. Very nice. Okay, so I'm going to put that one aside. I like that one. The next one is familiar brand Armani Eau De Cedre. Eau De Cedre, which I would imagine is what, like lemon? Am I wrong? Sorry, guys. I don't speak French. You would think that of doing fragrance videos on YouTube for 4 years, I would be fluent in French. It's not the case. Just a regular guy who enjoys fragrances. So, all right, let's see. I'll pull it up in a minute. I don't like to be swayed by any notes. Especially when I'm doing first impressions. I kind of like just discovering the scent on my own without any help from Fragrantica. So let's see what Armani Eau De Cedre does. Okay. The first impression of it, it reminds me a bit of Dolce & Gabbana's Pour Homme, which I'm a big fan of. Absolutely love that fragrance. So woods, I would imagine some lemon. And is there a tobacco note in here? Could be. Very similar to that fragrance. Masculine, easy to wear. This is one that is going to be, again, just on knee-jerk reaction, maybe signature-worthy type of fragrance. So I can see this being worn to the office, out to dinner, kind of jack of all trades type of scent. Seasons, it's going to work whenever. So yeah, let's take a look at the notes. So the notes here are sage, bergamot, lemon, violet leaf, cardamom, cumin, black tea, cedar essence, suede, woody notes. So no tobacco. You have cardamom. I like the combination of the cardamom and the black tea. I think that makes for an interesting combination. Definitely picking up the violet leaf. So it's given that sort of airy, slightly aquatic feel, wispy type of feel to it. And I think with the tobacco note that is in the Dolce & Gabbana, that note always came across to me as like kind of like a smooth suede, similar to that. So this has a smoothness to it. It's very, very good quality. So I want to say this is the one that he said was a bit pricier. I do believe the Armani one is a little bit pricier. Again, I'm going to link them all down below for you guys. I like this. I think, you know, again, if you're a fan of Dolce & Gabbana, Pour Homme, this is kind of in that same vein of fragrances. I just want to see if they compare this to anything. Again, this is just people voting on Fragrantica. It doesn't look like any one thing it's reminding people of. So, and again, I'm smelling it off a strip, which really isn't doing it justice. What I will do is maybe my favorite top two, I'll just spray on skin and see what they do. Okay. I like that. The next one is so far so good. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, this one I don't know. Okay. Caron, Aimez, moi, Comme, je suis. Caron is the brand. Aimez, moi, Comme, je suis. Okay. There you go. Caron is a kind of a legendary brand in the fragrance community. So they have a lot of classics, some heavy hitters. So let's see what this does. Whoa. Okay. It's strange. The first thing I'm getting is like a burnt sugar, almost like butterscotch type of smell initially. Woody. This one's different. This one's very interesting. I may need to just, for the purpose of smelling this one more. Okay, now I'm getting a little bit more of a nuttiness, like maybe a spice, but it's nutty. Woods, a little smoky. It's different. I might need to just get this on skin to see what it does out of straight curiosity, because this, I'm not picking up any specific notes from this. Let me take a look at the notes really quickly. Yeah, right there. One of the main accords is nutty. So that's the first thing I was picking up. All right. So yeah, top notes are ginger, grapefruit, mid, hazelnut, Haitian vetiver, tonka bean, and tobacco. Yeah, this is an interesting fragrance. This one I really, really want to get on skin. It smells different, unique for sure. So he nailed it with identifying this as a unique fragrance, because very different. I can see the masculinity. It's interesting. I want to learn. I want to know more about it. Put it that way. So I wouldn't even start. I think this is going to open up a bit on the skin. So before I tell you how I would wear it or what season I think it applies to, I want to get this one on skin. Very good. Very different. So let's see. Finally, the last scent. Maubusen un Histoire de Homme Irresistible. I'm doing my best, guys. Yeah. I don't know much about the house Maubusen. I want to say they make jewelry. I could be wrong about that. Maubusen. I think they make jewelry and maybe dabble in fragrances. So let's get this on skin. I'm sorry, on strip. It's definitely French. Let's put it that way. Okay. This one is nostalgic for me for some reason. Smells similar to a Creed I may have smelled before. Something like a Viking or something. And I could be way off, but it just has more of that sort of classic fougere type feel. Very bright, aromatic, some citrus. Reminds me of like, you know, driving with like the top down in the 80s or something of a convertible. So definitely masculine in that sense. A little bubbly, a little effervescent, a little sparkly. I really like this one. This one I think is probably the most widely, acceptable fragrance here. I think more guys are going to like this one than any of the other three. But yeah, it smells great. Super smooth. It smells really high quality, which if this is an inexpensive fragrance, you're getting a deal because this off a strip smells really high quality. You can get sort of the essence of how much attention they paid to this. This is another one that I might want to try on skin because, man, I want to try all these on skin. Let's face it. If I could wear them all next week, I would, but I have a theme going right now. So the 7 fragrances sitting behind me right now, that's last week's rotation. Be sure to check out that video at the end of this one. I will link it down below. Let's take a look at the notes of this really quick. Okay, so the notes are fig leaf, bergamot. I love fig leaf. I'm not picking up the fig leaf off of the strip, so I definitely want to get this on skin to see if that comes out more. Sandalwood and cedar. So I definitely want to try this one on skin. Okay, very good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try this on skin. The Maubusen un Histoire d'Homme Irresistible. Okay. Irresistible. My wife would say, I'm irresistible. She might like this one. All right, let me see. Fig. I hope I pick it up because I absolutely love fig leaf. Wow. This is fantastic. Yeah, a little different than what I was getting off a strip. Oh, man. This is really damn good. And, again, he said these weren't expensive. The quality here is exceptional for a more inexpensive fragrance. Look, these weren't on my radar, so I have to assume these are lesser talked about fragrances. But that doesn't make them ones that should be overlooked. This on first spray smells like a $150 fragrance. Very masculine. It doesn't really have a lot of sweetness. Although that fig is there, it's more of an earthiness, a greenness to it, which I love. This smells like it would be fantastic for springtime. Right now, this time of year, ideal scent. Really like it. Okay. And the other I wanted to try, just based on pure curiosity, is the cologne fragrance. Aimez moi comme... Aimez moi comme je suis. There you go. All right. I took Spanish in high school, so not that you guys couldn't figure that out. All right. This was that nutty Interesting scent. It smells like burning caramel. Whoa. Okay, yeah. This may be the nuttiest, most authentic nutty fragrance I've ever smelled. And it has just in the background this kind of slightly sweet burnt caramel smell. It also has this aromatic touch to it. So my initial thought is that this would work in cold weather, which it would. But I also think this would be really great for warmer days as well, like warmer nights. I would wear this out. It's interesting. It's different. It's kind of has a sexy edge to it. I have nothing like this in my collection. I can't compare this to anything. It has a slight like caramel burnt boozy scent to it behind that nuttiness. Very interesting. Very good. I love it. Yeah, we did it. 4 fragrances, all unique, all relatively inexpensive, that are masculine, mature smelling, put together. These are good. Jared, thank you. Thank you so much for sending these. I will get around to giving these a full test run, all 4, include them in videos down the road. Would love to know you guys' opinion on any of these 4. Have you tried them? What are your thoughts? How did I do on first impressions? Drop it in the comment section down below. But if you like content like this, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that bell notification so you are updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.